This is the Levels Network. I am Justin Horo, joined by the Triple OG, Willie Mason, and the bro, Lukey Stove. Maze, we are back now. Like, Origin's over, Vegas is over, Rhythm is going to continue all the way into the finals. But before we get to the finals, before we get to round 21, previewing it, we've heard from Lukey. I want to hear how the big fella went over there, because we did see some vision. We seen a live cross.
It wasn't too bad. It was a lot more. It was a lot more work than I thought.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of rolling the sleeves up.
We had to do some things.
Well, you've rolled your sleeves all the way up.
We had to do some things. Otherwise, we would have had nothing to do all day. And It's quite boring during the day. It was 42 degrees, 44 degrees. It was fucking hot. So you're just staying in you're either staying in your hotel. It was even too hot to go down the pool.
Yeah, well,
like it was that bad. So lucky we did have a fair bit to do. So it was a fun week, man. I've never been to a fight over there. Just doing the press conferences, the weigh-ins, the whole experience was amazing, So
did it live up to like what you thought a big fight would be like?
Yeah. It would. I could only imagine like what Tyson would have been like,
or Floyd and Manny Pacquiao in their prime.
Yeah, prime. Those guys. I would have went. We would have been in that same room, Lukey.
Yeah, that Garden Centre in the
when
MGM.
Tyson was going fucking mad. Remember the time he got out of jail and he was saying some things I can't even fucking repeat on here.
You can definitely feel the history in
you
that.
Can feel the history.
In the MGM.
Yeah, you can really feel the history in the stadium as well. Because I thought MGM Grand, it would be quite flash. You know what I mean? But like it's quite old in there. The seats and everything like that. So it's there's just a lot of history there.
So they sort of leave that in to just give you that vibe.
In there. Just got that vibe because all the greats have been through. You can feel their spirits in there, man. I like that. Just the fight in there, and then Manny's fighting. Tim Tszyu was obviously the undercard, and that was back to that was probably it's just disappointing. I feel sorry for Tim.
Yeah.
No one can sit here and judge Tim Tszyu. If you haven't fucking walked a mile or a step in his shoes, you can not say shit about it. We don't know how he was feeling or anything like that. So just respect anyone who's gotten that ring, and I respect Timmy Tszyu with the utmost respect. So just leave it at that. I just the amount of hatred and bullshit that people are saying online is a fucking joke when you haven't got out of your fucking lounge and you're sitting there watching an absolute machine go at it. Tried his best, wasn't good enough. Corner called it off. The end.
What's we talked about the future? We think we're anticipating now because he's had a couple of cracks at it and being sort of being realistic with where he's at now. Probably Zaratha makes sense. Like I think that's a bit of a rivalry here back in Australia that a lot of people would pay some money to see. I'd like to go see it. I'd go and watch that.
There's a lot riding on this, wasn't there? Yep. He wins this, he's WBC, then he gets to call the shots. Now he comes back here, he has to obviously regroup a
grudge
lot.
Match. He needs a grudge match.
If he needs to make changes, just rebuild himself again. Because, doing that, leaving it like that, and then having to come back, you've got to rebuild yourself mentally.
Yep.
He's gonna have to take a few knocks.
He's done it before. He can do it again.
He can do it again, man. He's mentally tough. He's already come out on social media. And said a few things. Lukey, can you sort of...
he's sort of just, as you would sort of expect, he's upset if you get to the top. So basically what you just said before, if you haven't walked in his shoes, you never really know the feeling or what it's like to chase your dreams and get to a moment like that. So
life's all about moments, isn't it? And there's just one moment that, we don't know how he was feeling. He would have, and I'm only putting it in my fucking head. I'm like, you'd have to be nearly dead.
Yeah.
And I think he was feeling that way.
Yeah.
And for him to do that, he must have been in that position. And, there's going to be a lot of people saying, I would have come out. Unless you're being like a heavyweight. Unless you're a boxer and shit like that. If you're just enough to just chill out. Chill out.
Like there are comparisons in sports, in life, like even to a way lesser degree, but being in a big moment myself, trying to play for a grand final, you look back on things for sure. And this is something he'll look back on and have to soak in. But like, what could I have done more in that grand final that I was a part of? And that's a way different level.
Sorry, and that's a team sport. Yeah. Imagine just being by yourself.
Exactly right.
And then that's what Tim Tszyu has to deal with. So people just be a little bit, bit lenient and think about. And I know they won't.
No, Mace. Most rational people do.
Yeah.
but there is a cesspool on social media that thrive on shit like this. So unfortunately, that is a part of the world we live in.
Tim,
he's sweet. He's sweet. Timmy's sweet.
Turn your comments off.
He's posting last night back on the treadmill running on his Instagram story.
He's had a moment.
Timmy's his own hush.
He's a
big,
dog.
like people in that position, if you're fighting for a championship belt, you're your own harshest critic. You don't need, like
we love you, Timmy. You're
all the
a
other
fucking
stuff is
animal.
just
You're a
outside
fucking
noise.
animal. Thank you for the week. No Limit, KO, everybody who invited us over, and we had a great week there. It was such an experience, man. It was just shattering by the end of it, because I was next to his wife.
Yep.
And some of his best mates and some really close friends of the family, and I'm like hugging them because they were inconsolable. And I didn't know anyone. I was just in that row, and I'm like, I felt emotional because it was fucking emotional. You know what I mean? Everyone's crying and like that's their guy, and I'm hugging this lady, and
Did
don't
his
make me
wife
cry to walk out.
She was in your row, wasn't
Yeah.
she? Yeah.
I had to walk out with her.
Big Willie bear hug.
Fucking
come in here.
Come in.
Boom.
I had to because she was just standing there, and I just went, "Come here," just give her a hug, and I just sort of walked around. I said, "It's all right. He's all right. He's not dead.
He'll be
He's-
sweet.
He's all right.
Timmy's
he's
good.
a tough man.
Timmy's good.
But thank you for the week, and we fucking love you, Tim Zoo. You're an animal. All
It
right?
sounded like it was a great week for you boys.
we had
You had
a
a
great
great week. We've got a couple of big weeks coming up at the end.
We do.
Ashes tour, and I saved this comment for you, Mace. We received this the week before, but I need the big fella back. Love the potty, guys. This is from Sam Gamble. Loves the dabble too. Responsibly, of course. Sammy. As a POM, I'm so jealous of those who get to travel with you for the Ashes tour. I even thought about heading over to Australia for a few weeks just before so we can get on the flight back with you guys. While you're in the north of England, will you be doing any pop-up podcast episodes? Potentially, Sammy, we will be doing some stuff where we will at least be having a chat pre-game. So we'll give you more information when that comes to us. We've still got maybe 3 months before the Ashes tour, and we've got the rest of the season to go. Keep up the good work, lads. Best potty around. Sammy from Hull.
Yeah, Sammy from Hull.
Probably
knocked around with him.
Loves his Hull legends like Triple OG. By the way, if you want to get involved, ashesrl.com.au. Sammy unfortunately can't get on the tour from here in Australia, but you can. You still got an opportunity.
They can join from England, eh? Yeah.
Yes, there are packages from England,
Okay.
but this is just talking mainly about the group
Getting
getting
over
traveling
from
with
Sydney
us.
and then Brisbane.
Yep. The Kangaroos have announced their coach for the Ashes, Mace. That has been confirmed. The saga is finally over. Kevin Walters has been appointed to replace Mal, but it's for the Ashes only, 2025. So let's rip into international footy with this as well, and the decision for. I want to get your opinion on it because me and Grub talked about it on Tuesday because it was rumoured and it's now confirmed. The RLC, the Australian Rugby League Commission, has confirmed Kevin Walters as the new Kangaroos coach for the 2025 Ashes Tour. So it's Ashes Tour only at this stage. And now the thought is that Kevy didn't want to remove himself completely from candidacy.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Is that
We'll add it
No,
as
no,
another
but I just
one.
want
Candidacy. I think.
Candidacy? For an
candidacy.
NRL
for
club?
an NRL gig?
Yeah.
Yeah? That'll do.
As a candidate.
Candidacy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Add it to the list, listeners.
Yeah, listeners, check us on it. Love it. So he still wants to be involved at the NRL level.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I like Kevy
Yep.
for an Australian coach, for a representative coach. I think he's a good choice.
Big time.
I don't like that he's only doing the Ashes tour though, Mace, because we've got a World Cup coming up next year. I'm a Kiwi, proud Kiwi.
Yeah. We need consistency.
I think you guys need,
Yeah.
you're the Australian.
We need 4 passports, mate.
You got 4 passports.
4 passports.
You
Steve.
can float around, and we'll get to that.
And very evenly.
We're
mate.
going to get to Shamus breaking
I'm
news.
with you.
Okay.
I love Kevy for an Australian job. I think that's his.
So do I.
That's his bread and butter. 3 to 6 weeks Kangaroo tour, 3 weeks here, World Cup, 6 to 8.
Man managing.
Come on, man! Get some good
not the
people
technical
around
side
you.
of it.
Some good people around you. He knows everybody. Kevy, get Alfie on board. Get some real smart people. Cam Smith, Bill might be on board. I don't know. Get them as assistant coaches. God damn, that'd be my perfect Aussie coach. Kevy Walters.
I don't think Billy. I don't think you get
Maybe
Billy.
not Billy.
Yeah.
Not Billy, but JT. You can have JT.
Potentially, yeah. I don't know what the how it all works with.
You just get whoever.
Do Queensland
You can get whatever
and
the
New
fuck
South
you want.
Wales allow someone to do? Because you know how, like for example, NRL coaches are removed from putting their hands up for representative coaches. Do Queensland and New South Wales rugby league prevent their assistant coaches? I wouldn't think so.
No. You can just pick. Kev
Who did he have with him?
Kev has whoever.
Who was his Brisbane gang?
KEVVY had John Cartwright and Bruff. Not Bruff. What's his name?
Ballon, Matty Ballon,
Matty Ballon, and the half who did a good job.
Danny Bruff. No,
he played.
He played ages.
Yeah, he played for forever. He actually played at Wakey a little bit after.
I know what you're talking about. The little back.
He's a gun too. He played like 400 games.
Yeah, heaps of skill.
He went back with John Cartwright.
Yeah.
Look for the assistant coaches. He went back to Hull FC with John Cartwright too. I think he was doing their attack in 2023.
Playing
It's
against him
annoying
heaps of time.
Anyway.
But I think that's a perfect pick.
Yeah, but I
don't like the
if
fact,
I'm Australia.
I don't like the fact that give him 3 weeks, builds a rapport with the players. Just say we win. They all love Kevvy, and then what do? You go and get fucking. Is he just like you?
You've got the name?
No, but I just had another.
You just got another coach in mind. He's just your makeshift just for now because no one else, because Freddie's dropped out because you couldn't get him, and he's your fall guy.
Well, so this is what Grubby got some information through doing radio a couple of days ago when he come on. Apparently, they didn't interview anyone.
Yeah, I confirmed that this morning.
Is that
when I was listening to Shamus on the Journo's show.
Yeah?
Yeah, they didn't interview.
That's so weird.
They reached out to Cameron Smith.
Yeah.
He just palmed it straight off to his manager, Isaac Moses.
Yeah.
And then Vlandis called Cam Smith just to tell him that they're going with Kevin Walters, but they would like to have a path, but they would like to create a path for him to have the role.
Okay, so
What's happening with the ARL? It's like no one cares.
Which is weird given it's a 3-gamer and there's a World Cup next year.
It's a fucking Australian team.
and we'll get to the landscape now of selection for roll straight
The most
into that.
prestigious roles in the game to coach the Australian team.
I don't think it is anymore.
Well, not used to be, right?
Yeah, it used to be,
when you're Bob Fulton's, Chris Anderson's, Ricky Stewart's. Fuck.
Did you see Joey and Freddie talking on it? On their Freddie in the 8th? I might get the clip, so we can edit this in and take our time with it, Lukey. But I'll show you. I reckon Joey nails
Tim
it.
Sheens.
I reckon Joey
Mal Meninga.
absolutely nails it because he's talking about. Basically, he's just saying that the Origin is now the pinnacle, and
It is,
and despite how people think about it, here we go.
He's right because just say the era. I come from the same era as them, where Australia was the pinnacle because you know why? You had the best players playing for Australia, right? You didn't have the best prop playing for Samoa or New Zealand, like Fanua Blake and Payne Haas, Tino, potentially, all these guys, Critter, the best played for Australia. Now they're not.
Yeah.
There
was less of a Polynesian influence, right? That had filtered into Origin during that time.
And now there is.
Yeah.
And now there is. So you're not necessarily, the Australian team necessarily isn't the best. You haven't got all the best players. Especially if, I've seen some makeshift sides of Samoa and Tonga
looked awesome.
going.
See Shamus's team?
I think that was it. And if I see that next year,
probably
that's not. Half those guys would walk into an Australian team.
Shamus didn't even have Stefano.
Stefano was 18th man.
Yeah.
Which is stupid, but I get it. But
Did you see the team? It's going to be hard for Stefano to make that
But I'm just saying, where I'm the era I come through, the best played for Australia, and same as Freddie and same as Joey. They did.
Yep.
Now the landscape's changed.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, right? So Australia. Now Origin is put up so far because we put so much pressure on these young kids. It's our thing. It's the pinnacle of the game. Origin. Look how we advertise it. Look how much money we put into it. Look at it. Look how much money the revenue it drags for the game. It's 40% of the revenue. It's a lot of money. It's the biggest thing.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine. And the part that I just don't understand with sort of more so old heads who come from that era who just aren't adapting with the times, and then you
can clearly
Australian fans that have been so used to winning at that level, the hypocrisy around getting frustrated with players like Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow, who's potentially going to go back to Samoa. and saying where is their allegiance? They've got to pick and stick. When Australia, Hamiso played for Samoa first.
Sorry, this is what happens when you are from a multicultural country. This is not Japan where it's 97% Japanese, right? This has been colonized, this country. You know, you've got people from everywhere. From Tonga, Samoa, New Guinea, everybody, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, everybody come here.
It's not just Australia; it's the world.
It's the world. You know what I mean? Like this is it's so multicultural, but Australia especially. You know, like we're from all over the place, and these guys are in a special boat where they get to choose. Right? They're born in Australia, but their heritage is Samoan, Tongan. It's not their fault. These are the rules. You know, they're just playing to the rules. It's not unfair. It's just the way, you know, Hammer is fortunate enough to play for 3 or 4 countries. You know, Payne Haas, he's got a couple, Tino, all these great players. It just happens that they just happen to be some of the best in their position. If they weren't fucking good players, nobody cares. But because they're the best in their position, now we want to whinge about it.
Yeah. It's almost like the people who are against the players making the decision to go back and play for their heritage. Like I feel like we go over this over and over again. New Zealand, we are the New Zealand, England to a lesser degree cop it the worst because at least they can have players represent and play state of origin and then still pick their country of heritage. We don't get that. So if someone selects to play origin, which we all both agree on, is for better or worse the premier part of like what our game is, then it's like you expect Australia to be like a first grade, like a feeder to the other nations. Like, oh, if you don't make Australia, you can go play for Samoa. That's all right. Like
it's not like that anymore.
It's not like that anymore.
It used to be like that 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you didn't make the Australian side in the
go play for Samoa, Tonga,
and then back then. So just say in 2004, if you do make the Australian side, you just didn't play, right? You was no Tonga, Samoa. They'll maybe have one game or something like that at Campbelltown. Once every 4 years. They were playing fuck all. Now it's like, nah, you're a Pacific Nations. You got to pack games coming up. You got a whole bloody 6 weeks, or you got a tour in England in the last couple of years, right? There's a place for you to go. And they're not looking at Australia like I used to look at Australia. And if you can't think like that, start thinking like that because it's happening. These kids think different to a 50-year-old, to a 60-year-old, to a 45-year-old. But I understand because I talk to these young kids. I understand what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They identify with their culture.
Yep.
Right? It's like that where it was sort of held back, my era, because there was no opportunity to play. You know, you're playing a World Cup every now and again, but then they weren't really caring about like growing the game. So you just like, I was fortunate enough to play for Australia. There was a lot of great players, like the Felitti Mateos and all those sort of players they had a lot of talent, but what were they doing? You know, like, and if you couldn't play for New Zealand, you couldn't play for anyone. You're just sort of waiting every now and again to have a test every 1 or 2 years, and it would be just one test.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like it is now. So I'm glad we've always said we want to push the international game. And now the international game is probably at its best and people are still fucking whinging.
Yeah. I think it'll be the most competitive World Cup that we've ever had.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Australia might get beat this World Cup.
Yep. That's fair.
And that's a good thing. It should be a good thing for the world.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, and I was thinking, they've been trying to plug this. We want to put the international game up here. It's never going to rival Origin. Let's just get it. Don't get it twisted. Origin's fucking there. Then internationals here, right? It's never going to surpass that because you can see how much money we put into Origin. You can see how much money we're putting into tests. Everybody gets paid the same amount of money now. Do you know what I mean? So you can see where they're putting all their eggs, right? It's Origin. You know, so now it's what that's done is evened out the international playing field. Now you've got 5 teams that potentially could win that.
I think the engagement for the World Cup is going to be at an all-time
huge
now.
Too.
Yeah, because like you genuinely...
Exactly, I know where you're going. Because you got... I went 10, 20 years ago, Fiji's playing Samoa, fuck, who cares? No, I'm watching it now because I want to see, because Fiji's one of those teams as well. Samoa's going to be one of those teams going to bash everyone. Tonga's playing...
You'd wait till the
Australia's playing, New Zealand's playing.
You would wait till the World Cup and then just want to watch the semi-finals.
Yeah.
Really? Because then you're going to get New Zealand versus England versus Australia versus one of the
And there's going to be a decent team that's not going to make the semis. It'll be that strong.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yep. Samoa, Tonga.
And that's what we want.
Yeah.
This is what we've wanted for like 30 years, and now we've got it. These old heads just can't get around the fact that Australia might not win. Get with the times.
Still going to have a really good team too, by
Australia's going to have a killer side. Come on, man. Like, they're going to be fucking hard to beat. We're just sitting here trying to pump the international game up because we might get beat. There might be a chance where someone will fucking win this World Cup or Tonga. Or it could be a Tonga fucking Samoa World Cup. That could be mental, Australia missing out on that World Cup. If they're on the other side, New Zealand beat them.
Don't sleep on the Kiwis.
It's going to be like, some could happen like that, and it'll spin everyone's fucking head off. That's what I want to see.
In the best possible way.
In the best possible way. I'm all for it.
Yeah, so am I.
We've been building for this for 20 years.
Yeah. And look, going back to the point, I think Origin is the pinnacle. But if we put together a really good product for a World Cup, that if something crazy, if Australia or New Zealand weren't able, like, especially, I know it happened 4 years ago, Samoa in the final against Australia, but they were sort of emerging. Players had been making the move. Tonga took the big leap about 10 years ago. Samoa, guys like Jerome, Stephen Crichton, they declared nice and early. Now they're getting Tino, potentially Payne, Hamiso. They're now, I think, if those three guys, they will be at probably their peak, their best that we've ever seen. Tonga with all the young gun emerging players like Katoa, Leka Halasima, Robert Toya, potentially Isaiah Yongi. Like,
can people please
with Adam Fanua-Blake, Hamoli Olakawatu, Tolu Kola, Lehigh Hopewadi.
Yeah, stop it. So just people, just have a look at the impact that it makes in the islands. From 2017, you saw the images, right? You saw that country of like 250,000 people just going absolutely crazy. You saw the scenes when Samoa was in the final. You saw that country go absolutely crazy. You got The Rock fucking coming out. You got the fucking, what's that dude? The merman dude.
Jason Momoa.
Aquaman, yeah. Merman come out. Fucking, you got all these celebrities because everyone's like fucking, the islands are taking over, man. You know what I mean? Like, so look how much that brings out, like, superstars that are Roman Reigns, all got that heritage, the blood in them. They go fucking so cool.
Tua gave him a shout out. I'm not a big tour guy myself. I'm not a big tour guy. I don't he is an elite NFL quarterback though. As in, he is considered.
Look at his last name, Tagovailoa. He's Samoan. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. All the brothers will be coming out supporting everybody.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as they get in the finals, man, everyone's fucking Samoan or Tongan. And I love that. I love it. Everybody just comes out of everywhere. I didn't know he was fucking Tongan. I didn't know he was Samoan. Nazus.
Shut dogs.
Hey?
Lukili Sto'o.
That's right.
That's Sto'o.
That was one of the best ones.
Lukisi.
All right. That's the Ashes chat. It's a really interesting space moving forward. I think it's going to become...
can't wait for the World Cup.
Yeah, I really can't.
Fuck these packed games off. Just get the World Cup.
Well, we got the Ashes to go first, mate.
I mean, no, don't. I'm joking. I'm pumped for these Ashes.
Yeah.
The amount of stuff that I've been getting on social media, you coming. Of course I'm coming.
Mate, the Pommy fan base is just, they're that keen.
No worries, mate.
Yeah, how many Guinnesses you reckon we're getting?
Ooh.
Stop it with the Guinnesses.
Yeah, I'm a Guinness man.
Yeah? You're a Guinness man?
Fuck yeah.
Can you split the G?
I'm split the G every
what?
time, baby.
I'm convinced it's better over
baby.
there.
I'm a top G.
Shit. Shit.
All right, boys. Papa Macros is on board.
Papa Macros.
Ooh, a little bit of Italiano in there from Triple OG. You got a bit of culture about you, don't you? You must have gone, during your time in France at rugby union or league.
All the way.
All the way up the border, straight up the East Coast. Boys, Papa Macros. So, they are on board, and I've got a discount code that I'll get to in a little bit.
What are they?
They have been sending me, we'll save them. Save for the end. I'm just going to tease people, Luke. I'm just going to tease people. So, the Papa Macros, how do you
Papa Macros.
Oh, I like it. That's better. Way better. They have been sending me boxes for the last couple of weeks. We've been trying to organise this little partnership that we're going to continue all the way through the grand final. We've got a levels code for your first box. We've got a levels code for future orders moving forward. But they've been sending me different sort of meals, and I've been sort of finding my best ones. We get 12 prepped meals throughout we'll get that every Sunday.
Right.
We put the order in today's Thursday. I've gone and picked out my 4 favourite. Yous boys don't.
Right.
Yous boys get to select 8. I want to get these 4 because these are my favourite, and they're just. I'll explain what they are and why I like them so much. So let's start off with the Cunnies Burger. It's a bunless, beefy, brilliant, spicy wedges loaded with juicy beef, melted cheese, and some burger sauce combo, and it's got obviously the chips on top. I'll show you the pictures in a bit. Right. This is just your stock standard rump steak and jasmine rice gain. Self-explanatory, right? Like that's just a good prep meal. That's normally what I have for radio just before I go from the afternoon show into calling the game. I'll have that. My favourite breakfast meal that they've got is the egg white and potato omelette. It's made with kale, roast potato, capsicum and mushroom. And then I think, with the Italian heritage of Marco, not Macro. He's got the Papa's famous lasagna, heavy on the beef, light on the cheese, made with lean beef mince.
Perfect timing too, because I wanted to get home from Vegas and do like a good
good
2 or 3 month just clean eating.
Here we go. Let's have a quick.
Perfect.
Thank
you, Papa Macros.
Have a quick squiz there.
Oh, look at this!
Just off the bat. See if you might want to pick out a couple. No, it's not the touchscreen.
Yeah, right. Peri chicken. I like that. Chicken fried rice.
Yeah, chicken fried rice. Keep sliding it.
Steak and eggs. Oh, I love a steak and eggs. Wow.
Yeah. So you got to fill out the box. You got 8 more to go, Lukey. You got 8 more to go. But boys, I want you to try my 4 favourites so far.
All right.
I've gave you a breakfast option. I'm also have the Cunnies Burger. That's a bit of a. It's not even a cheat meal, but it's more like my weekend sort of relax meal. Lasagna is just good any night, especially with this cold winter that we're going through. And steak and jasmine rice just gets the job done. So
what does our listeners get?
papamacros.com.au. Lukey will put it in the bio as well, just in case people don't know how to listen, I suppose. Yeah. They want the easy option of clicking on. For your first box, you can get $30 off your first box with the code LEVELS30. So you are a new customer. The first time you've ever got Papa Macros, you get $30 off your first box. Mm-hmm. If you continue to order after you initially get involved with the Levels 30, you can hit them with a Levels 10, and that will get you 10% off all future orders. So that means, to keep it nice and simple, you get a box worth $100, bang, $10 off every time you go on there. Nice and easy.
Perfect.
Nice and easy. Moving forward, and that can just go for as long as you want. So if you're a repeat customer, I put in my order every Thursday. I'll get your order, boys. I'll make sure you got the Cunnies Burger, rump steak and jasmine rice.
How long till the tour?
94 days to Wembley.
I've dropped a couple of kilos, boys.
Yeah, I want to go till then.
I've dropped a couple of kegs. I've been locked in.
I want to go till then, 94 days.
All right. Shout out to Papa Macros. Thanks for getting on board for the back end of the season.
Oh, man.
All right, let's get some questions from the punters because we haven't done it in a while you boys have been away. Kia ora, boys. This one's from Dizzle Pup. Kia ora, boys. Simple question. What is it like to be in a side like the Titans at the moment? Seriously, how do you keep showing up with all the bad publicity and knowing that the coach is on the skid? Do players just go into business mode for themselves and start thinking of their next contract and getting the fuck out of there? Thanks for all your mahi, boys.
Such a good question. Because this time of year, I think we've spoken about it a couple of years ago, like everybody's in different circumstances in their career at the moment.
Yep.
Tino's got a 10-year deal, so he just plays his heart out every game. He's the captain of the club. He knows what he has to do, leads by example. And then you're probably going to have another young kid who plays out in the centres who's off contract. And he's playing his ass off for a contract, right? Then you got another guy who could be 25, 26, just signed a 3-year deal. Could be just sitting on, he's like, yeah, I've got another 2 years. It's such a different plethora of players. It's just, you don't know.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get everybody on the same page.
Very hard.
For the last, what have we got, 6 games?
7.
7 games.
Yep.
And go, all right. Then this is where leadership comes in. This is where leadership comes in, where Des goes all the leadership grabs all the players in, goes, look, I know we're all in different positions here, boys, but the main fucking factor is you're wearing the Titans jersey and we want to win and we want to go out on our best You know, that's about it. That's all you can do. Look, we don't know what Des is doing next year. I don't know what you're doing next year. I don't know what you're doing next year. But when you put that fucking jersey on Saturday, I need you to put 100% in.
Yeah.
Because you're all in different positions in your career. I don't know what the fuck we're all doing. But for this year, this is the 2025 Titans. And we'll be remembered as that.
Yep.
So if we go down swinging, they'll fucking remember it.
Yep.
We ain't going to win the comp, but let's go down swinging, eh? That's about it. And fucking everybody, you only have one of those talks probably around about now. And if you don't put in, you start playing fucking reserve grade.
I can only speak on my, at least, probably the 2012 season when it got a little bit ugly when Stephen Kearney was moved on.
Yeah.
It was different in 2010. That was my debut year. Ando had been moved on. They'd come off a really successful year. But there was still some hope all the way until the final 2 weeks where we were fighting for it. 2012, Mooks gets sacked with about 6 or 7 weeks to go. BA took over, and we were we ended up getting the spoon. Parra got the spoon, and it's not like people say anything out loud. You can just feel the energy's different, and you know that despite being a team effort out on the field, people for sure go into self-preservation mode. Like they go into, all right, you're still going to go out and play strong because no matter what, like when you go out, even if you're confused about where the direction of the club's going, like who's going to be the coach, wherever it may be, where you stand with the new coach. Like for me, it was Ricky. Yep. I was lucky where I found out nice and early that I was not a part of it, and then I was able to start making plans. But it feels like you're jostling for position, so you're always trying to prove yourself. It is tough, and it's not like during that time, I've still got really good friends from that year, but I know everyone was going through a certain different situation, and it wasn't always like you just know you could feel that not everyone had each other's back.
No. And that's what I'm just saying. That's why I think it's leadership, right? Yep. And you've got to fucking get it out in the open because everyone's feeling different. Like when you get before the game and that, like, and that's why in situations, I've never been in a situation like that. I think the cup maybe, hardly ever.
Cowboys?
Right? Maybe the Cowboys, but like we just know we had a fucking
You still had a stacked roster.
Yeah, we had a stacked roster. We were just playing shit.
But what about strapping the boots on? You're going out knowing there's nothing to play for.
But we had a bunch of vets and like you could sort of get through it. You know, there was no need to talk. But like it was, that was a weird season. Like JT was out, like a few injuries here and there. We were just like, the only reason why we didn't get the spoon was because like the Melbourne Storm got the spoon before us. Yeah. Otherwise, mate, by default, I didn't get the spoon.
Yeah.
What about you in the locker room? You're looking down. You got Kieran Foran strapping his boots up he's got 7 games left. Does that
You'd want to think you'd be putting in for that guy.
Mate, I'm telling you, every time I ran out next to Hindy, it was Hindy's last year.
That's right.
He retired in 2012. He was a 300 game where we lost to 300 games.
And Birdie.
I fully respect everything that Hindy and Birdie had done for the club. But during that period, and not to say that, like I can't say what other people were thinking, but like at that period, you're just like, I need to play well for me because I need a contract.
Yeah.
And it's about making sure like you fully just lose sight of everything else that's like, team related or
never been in a position
legend related because
like where that year in 2010, like we were all pretty much like everyone was still playing the next year. No one was old. No one was really. I was already fucking signed overseas, and JT was. Everyone was still sort of taking care of. Everyone was sort of against the coach, and it was just a real shit fight. Right? No one really cared about playing all that much in the last game. It was like, get this fucker over with. That's what it was. Where if you compare it to the Titans, what that question was, that's a bit of a different kettle of fish, right? The cap. More
variables.
Foreign last year, you want to play for that guy, man. Like Desi, you don't know what Desi's doing. All these guys are young bucks too. They're not real. No one's old apart from Foreign. So you look around, you see so much talent. You're like, how the fuck are we coming last? I can concur with that. Like, is that the word, concur?
Yeah.
Concur with that where we had so much talent in that Cowboys side. Like, how the fuck are we coming second last? Like, you sort of look at the year and you go, we got beat by, in 12 games, we got beat by fucking like 2 points. It was just one of those games. It was just one of those years where it's just like, fucking effort was there. We just didn't get it. Where this Titans team, you're like, fuck. this would suck.
That's another part of it, right? So the Titans, if you go back to the performance, there were so many games for Parramatta that year where, you know, and even like it sort of filtered on from 2011 where we were playing really well. And the back end of the season, because we just didn't know how to win, we were just losing games that we should have won. That's what the Titans are doing now. So that becomes frustrating as well because you're putting out the effort, you could feel the anxiety, you can feel the pressure. And you want to perform for legends of the club.
Yeah.
But
you just feel like, it just sucks. Some of those games, you just go, you get through the year and you're like, fuck, we get in this position. Like, you feel like you're putting effort in every single game. Like, you didn't get, you know, you get belted sometimes, and, you know, in some games, but like, this is the Titans now. You don't know what's going to happen. And the last 7 games, you could be costing the coach the job, right? His job. And other players are in different positions. It's a bit of a shit fight.
Yep. Good question.
Yeah.
Interesting question.
Yeah.
It's everyone reacts different. That's just my. Not to say any of the Titans players are feeling like the way that I did, but that's just an insight to what I was going through in 2012.
We've said that before. Yeah, everyone's in a totally different position than you, right? Like, it's just.
Yeah, and even in a team, just say
page.
we're playing together in 2012, Mace. Like, your perspective as an elite player, is completely different to the way that I'm thinking about the game for sure. Oh, Mace, we've also got this one more from Matthew Charles, and this is more of a shout out. Shout out to Melbourne. We're talking about the Polynesian influence down in Melbourne at the moment. Matthew Charles, shout out to Melbourne. Took the trip from Rockhampton to Melbourne to watch the footy for the first time in AFL country. By the way, Rocky, that's Cam Munster territory.
Solid
so I'd
trip.
imagine he's
a solid trip.
Maybe going down to watch money after you know, what he's been through in the last couple of weeks. I'm not too sure. He doesn't say that in here. He's a Roosters fan though. So he wore his Roosters jersey to a Storm versus Manly game, loud and proud. Definitely stood out like a tosser. Even Liero spotted me out and said, "Wrong game, mate." Laugh out loud. Anyway, my shout out. I expected to see juniors playing at halftime in games like Brisbane, the Roosters, Townsville, but not in Melbourne. It made a real leaguey smile beat. Plenty of young girls and boys. Kids were really bloody good, and it looked to be under 7s and under 8s playing at halftime. As you lads say, the Polynesian and AFL don't really match as well. There were a fair few in both teams for both the girls and the boys. Shout out to Melbourne. Great stadium and great fans. So
it's good that they do that.
I feel like there's an explosion and there's going to be more and more. Like, it's taken a long time to get the junior development happening down in Melbourne, but Matthew Charles is letting us know
they built that academy down there.
Yep.
You know, so that's going to build. I reckon the next 10 years you will see a big influx of Polynesian coming through the Melbourne system there. It's good that they do that with the younger kids playing before. Remember when you were younger? I remember playing before the Knights games when I was like 7 and 8. They still do that.
Yeah.
My little nephews played there a couple of weeks ago. Like, it's such a proud moment because you see your heroes play. I think a lot of teams probably still do that, but a lot don't. Right?
I think most do. Because they're all aligned with the junior club.
Do Acor and Allianz, like, young kids play before that?
Where was I? So where was I?
I think most teams would, right?
What about the clip of Zach Lomax over the weekend in Canberra with the little kid?
Yeah, that was cool.
He got palmed in the head with
it's so important.
Got a little stiff arm in the chest. Apparently, Zach went up and just goes, "Come on, mate, you'll be all right. Dust it off, get back out there." That's good. As always, TJM, they just back us every Thursday. They've been with us all year. We just want to let everyone know that the mid-year camping clearance sale is still going. So go to tjm.com.au. You can get rooftop tents. You can get awnings. You can get swag. You got a bit of swag about you, don't you, OG, this morning? Fire pits and even the mighty TJM bus saw. That offer expires on July 31st. I'm looking at, well, you got 1 week. You better get in there.
Get in there, son.
We've got all the winners of emailed, the winners, the major and both minor prizes. Boys, we never come up with our sort of players. Yeah, we come up with 3. We won't come up with 3 each, but the Levels crew is sitting around a fire with the TJM rooftop tents, awning, swags. We got the works.
Everything.
We're stacked, and by the way, I do want to get stacked and do something like that in the off season.
We did need to do a camping trip.
Yeah, not winter.
We should,
you got to do it October onwards.
No, it's got to be spring.
We honestly
or autumn
need to do this.
Yeah, we'll do something.
3. We'll choose 3, and then 3 fans. That should be the surprise. That'd be a good time.
What about What about
You can do that one.
Go Lukey.
Go, your turn, Luke. Go. Who are you
Lukey,
picking?
who are you bringing to the fire pit?
Current,
gonna go-
current or
Just
whenever?
is it current or
Yeah.
I know who Luke is going to go.
what am I gonna go?
Luke Burt.
Yeah,
Yeah, I knew it.
Luke
His
Burt.
favourite
Yeah.
player of all time.
favorite player of all time. As a kid,
I've known
loved
Bertie
him.
since I was 10.
Birdie's a
Yeah,
legend.
so I've never
a
met him,
legend.
never crossed paths with him.
Haven't you?
Love to have a
Fucking
beer with
best
him
bloke
because
in
I
the world.
reckon.
Great
I reckon Birdie's a pretty self-sufficient guy too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be able to pretty chop some wood and shit.
Yeah. He's got a bit of country about
Little
him.
bit of
Ellie Barner
country
boy.
origin
Ellie
player.
Barner across the lake from me. Yeah,
Really?
he got no country
Yeah.
in him, mate.
Ah,
He's on the lake. He's a lake boy.
All you Newcastle boys are half country.
Yeah.
Half country.
Sort of, yeah.
you know your way
I'm a
around.
little bit country.
I'm a little bit
I'm a little bit rock and roll. Let's go.
Yeah, 100%
Like
Luke
that
Burt.
Oh,
I've got
God.
no idea what his yarns would be like, but I don't know.
Birdie,
He could
yeah,
have
no,
a
good
bit.
yarns. Good yarns, yeah.
I think I'd bring the big ogre.
Oh, big O.
Because he'd be just
Good one.
chopping shit down.
We need to
and
have a
just
big-
telling yarns, smoking darts,
Yeah.
drinking tinnies. Like
Yeah.
he'd be the best. He's one of those guys who just knows how to put shit up.
No
The
respect.
awnings,
Yeah.
everything.
No
like
respect
that.
for my winger though that I'm bringing along.
He'd fucking.
Oh, yeah.
We would empty your winger. Trust me.
Ogre.
We've known each other, and Birdie, myself, and Ogre known each other since we were about 10.
Yeah,
There you
well.
go.
So
Who
I've
you
got to
bringing
bring-
along?
Well, you know what? The obvious one for me is I've got to pick between three because
Munster,
my,
DCE.
my best mates.
Yeah.
Foz, DCE, and Money. Well, I can't do that because then I'd be leaving 2 out, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep to the Newcastle theme. I'm inviting the 8th.
Yeah.
If we're going to Newcastle theme, if you got Birdie, you got Ogre,
That'd be good. That'd be a good game.
that's
Joey
a great
can
game.
just remind us of 2001.
Yeah,
Joey,
you can just get fucking hammered all night.
That's a bad combo.
it is.
And you got Ogre and me fucking hating on you
Yeah.
too.
yeah.
Me and Birdie will just
We've
have to
just
go
been ragdolling
set up a
Birdie all
tent down the
night.
road.
Oh,
That's a good game.
That is a good gang. I like that gang. Thanks to TJM for the support, as always. Been with us all year, and they continue to support us every Thursday. So go and support them. tjm.com.au. Want to talk some footy, mates? Get to the
Yeah,
games?
mate. Let's get-
All right, let's roll. Big game tonight, mate. Roosters versus Storm. It's Thursday, 7:50
Shit.
p.m. at Allianz Stadium. Roosters, Sandon Smith and Sam Walker, not Sandon Walker, will team up. Hugo Savala, he's lurking amongst the reserves. He missed the
Why?
game last week
Yeah.
with a wrist injury. Ethan
Okay.
King comes into the centres for Billy Smith, who is out of this game with concussion. Victor Radley's got a shoulder injury, so Siwa Wong returns, and he goes straight back in. Tyron Wishart will start at 5'8" for Money. He's been given time off to go to his father's funeral tomorrow. Nelson Asafa Solomona also misses the game due to suspension. Kane Bradley, Bronson Garlick are the new faces on the bench. Star fullback Ryan Pappenhausen still remains sidelined.
That's
Lukey, have you got the odds from Tab?
I do.
What?
Tab
'Cause
have the Roosters at $2.30, Storm at $1.62. The line is 3.5.
I would be going the Roosters if they had Hugo Savala in there, just because of the kicking game. His kicking game's been that important to the Roosters on their little bit of a run. You know, like you can get him out of trouble. He's a bit like Burton. You've made 30, 40 metres. He's going to put in a cage kick. They get their line down there pretty good. They've got a decent forward pack there. Look at that. Nafahu White, Watson, Collins, Crichton, Fiketti, Siwa Wong. Oh, but then this game they'll be playing for Pappy as well. I just think they'll have that bit more emotion and
for Money, sorry.
yeah, they'll be playing for money. Sorry, and they've still got a decent team.
I think the danger game for
Fucking days. This is they need to win the Roosters. This
well,
is desperate.
so you should see Melbourne. So Melbourne have got a really tough schedule coming up post. This is a tough game, and then they've got the Eels next week, and then they play top 4 teams. I
Well, the
think.
Chooks are on 22 points, coming 10th.
This is a must-win game.
This is
for
a
the Chooks.
fucking game where there's 22. Dolphins are on 22. Sharks are on 24. So yeah, that's that real area where from 6 down to 10, it's 3 points.
Yep.
that separate them. So desperation times. I just think the Storm's got they don't want to lose these. They don't want to lose these kind of.
I think the
games.
worst thing for the Roosters was Manly beating the Storm last week. I don't see the Melbourne. I don't see the
don't
Storm.
double up.
Yeah.
bit more passion too. Bit more intensity with Money not playing.
Yeah.
And they know why he's not playing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure.
Bit more
I'm on the
emotion,
Storm.
just that little bit of more emotion. That's all you need.
I'm on the Storm. All right,
Yep.
we're both on the Storm for that game.
Yep.
Let's go to Friday, 6 p.m. at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. You can find me and Sugar calling this on SEN2, by the way. Cowboys, So they lose Murray Taulagi. He just can't stay healthy this year, Muzz. So that pushes Braden of third-degree burns variety out to the wing, while Jackson Purdue returns to the centres and Thomas Duffy comes in at 5'8". Kentucky Derby, he's been recorded. He's on the other wing, so Jackson Bolo makes way. John Bateman also returns from a groin injury, which sees Harrison Edwards pushed to the prop position, who is replacing Thomas McKaylee. Just the one change for Flano with the shoulder injury to Sione Fainu. He looks to be a real player too for him, mate. He was really tough against your Bulldogs on the weekend, pushing Corey Allen out to the wing and bringing Matt Fiangai into the centres for his third game. Lukey, what are the odds?
$1.58 for North Queensland. Tab have St George at $2.40. The line is 4.5.
I like St George. Ooh. Yeah, I like St George. They put up a really good fight against the Dogs. Just a great play at the end there by our boy Galvin. Harrison Edwards at prop. He's a young Bulldogs kid. Love him.
It's the changing of the ways, isn't it?
I know, I get it, but he's a ball player.
Yeah,
I know. Unless they're trying to get him to,
Ruben's at 13.
Yeah, I know.
Ruben will probably play that.
I think you just have to swap him around. When
the Panthers play, they have Lindsay Smith at front row, but Isaiah Papali at lock. He plays like the front row, and Lindsay Smith does the distributing. I think that's how they'll work it.
Yeah, I think that's how they're going to do it. Yep. But he's still starting.
Yeah,
and I like the way the Dragons are put together. They've got a lot to play. They're in that little area as well.
Yep.
Have a look at them. Yep, sitting there.
I don't think either of these teams are going to play finals.
Neither do I.
Yeah, but I like the Cowboys because they're at home.
They're what are they? Cowboys on 17. Dragons on 18.
What do I normally do when I'm struggling with games like this?
Go to the home team.
Go to the best player. Who's the best player in the field?
Dearden.
Cowboys. There we go. Easy.
Yeah, I'm going Dragons.
Okay, sweet.
I
like that we're against each other.
Just because none of these teams will give this whole comp a shock, but. Yeah, I think the Dragons have got just that yucky team that can go up there and just not really give a shit and just play footy and, might win by 30.
They've been in almost every game this year.
Get pumped.
Yep. No, they don't. Very rarely get pumped.
And I don't think the Cowboys have got it in them.
All right, Broncos versus Eels, Friday, 8 p.m. at Suncorp Stadium. Couple of huge ins here for both teams, Mace. So, Payne Haas returns after being rested following Origin.
Wow.
Jesse painted a picture. He's back out on the wing. Prop Corey Jensen, he's also back on deck. I can't claim that one. That's a Joel Sugar Cane one then. Jesse painted picture. Corey Jensen's back on deck with Kobe Hetherington, Billy Walters, and Jack Chachesky on the interchange. Moe, don't worry. I text Moe. So by the way, if you haven't noticed, I'm going to a golf day today for Imagine that are doing our golf day at the end of the year, and I hit up Moe last week. I said, mate, we got this Imagine thing that helps us out. He goes, can't make it, big fella. I'm back. He's back. So, Moe, don't worry for Parramatta. He's back in the halves. Dean Hawkins moves to 5'8". Joash Papali goes to Mace's preferred position for him at fullback because, unfortunately, Isaiah Yongi, he is out with a hand injury, so he'll miss a month. Will Penasini returns, which pushes Bailey Simonson to the reserves. I thought they might have gone with... But you know what? Credit to Sean Russell. Sean Russell's had a really good year this year.
Quietly, yeah. He's all right.
And I reckon that's forced Bailey Simonson, who I've got a huge rap on. There's really good competition in the back five.
He's been banged up all year, Simonson.
Yeah, and missed a large portion at the start of the season as well. Luca Moretti has been added to the bench. The Knights-bound playmaker Dylan Brown is still part of the extended squad. Let me just start on that, boys. Yeah. I have been in full agreement with what Jason Rolls was rolling with last week because we want to see Joash Papali right. We want to see what he looks like at 6.
No.
I would now, because Joash is no longer playing 6, I think Footy Dean Hawkins, he's been solid. I don't think he's going to be a long-term partner for Mitch Moses moving forward. I think he's our solid backup at Parramatta. This is the time to play Dylan Brown against the Broncos. Mitch is back. Joash is at fullback. So you get a look at Joash at fullback as well. And I think this is... if I was Jason...
will he have an opportunity to play Footy Dean and Mitch then? Because he wants to obviously test it.
Well, he's going to get the ultimate test. And if that's
that's what he has to be doing.
Okay, all right. I am confident Dean Hawkins is going to be a really solid backup for Parra for the next couple of years. That's my take on it anyway, mate. So I would be playing Dylan Brown in this game.
Yeah. Was he planning on just sitting him out for the whole year?
He said he's only going to start him. The quote was, he's only going to start him and put him in if he needs him. So it might be just a look, like it might be what Lukey's thinking. Get a look at Dean Hawkins and Mitch Moses this week. Can they be a viable 7 and 6 option for us next year? Because he gave Joe Ash a crack, but that was with Dean Hawkins.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Joe Ash with Mitch and Isaiah Young. You're probably not going to see that.
I'd love to see Joe Ash where he is now, fullback, because I think he's a fullback. Like that's where they trained him at the Dogs. They thought he was going to be a fullback or a hooker.
I feel that Mitch is too competitive not to want to have Dill next to him. So maybe he's gone to Rolesy. Look, I'll give you 1 week with Footy Dean,
I don't reckon.
but bring Dill back.
Moses, he just wants to play.
No, Moses wants to win.
I think he just
No,
wants
he
to
wants to win. I don't. You know what I mean? Like
Well, if he wants to win, Dylan Brown's the better option.
I think he thinks he can win himself.
Yeah.
He's got that much confidence.
Ooh, well, I
You know what
kinda like
I don't think he cares who's 5'8". Of course, he'd love to play with Dill because Dill's his boy. Dill's his boy. But I'm like, he goes, if you give me the 7, I don't give a fuck who's 5'8". I'm playing.
Have you caught out the odds for this game yet?
I have not. $1.23 for Brisbane, $4.20 for Parramatta. Tab up the line at -13.5.
I think the Bronx are going to fucking really flex and they're going to get absolutely dribbled all along the ground. Their heads dribbled off the fucking canvas. Yeah, proper. Like I think they're going to make a statement game. At home, come on, man.
It's a scary looking lineup for the Broncos.
That looks. This is what they wanted to be in. Or when they were having a little bit of a whinge about the whole year's gone. Coach, let's sack the coach. This is the position they wanted to get in after Origin, and they're in there. And Parramatta is going to be at their beck and call.
This is their best possible lineup.
Yep.
Let's go through it. Oh, maybe at the start of the year you would at least envisioned Selwyn Cobbo in this team. But he's available. Reece Walsh, Katapani, Staggs, Shibasaki, Arthurs, Mam, Reynolds, Willison and Haas up front, Ben Hunt at hooker, Piakura and Ricky in the back row, Pat Carrigan at my preferred lock position. Billy Walters has been awesome off the bench. Hetherington, Jensen, they're really solid bench players, and Jajewski can cover
They
back row.
wanted Willison to come on.
It's a good team.
On like this, right? So you got those two big, towering infernos, right? Just bang. I'm with you. Yeah, I could still start a Jensen or someone and have Willison come on off the bench. They might still do that.
Yep.
They might still do that. But if you want to start hard and fast and just go straight through, there's no secret. If you're starting Willison, there's no secret where they're going. They don't respect your middles. You know that when you look at the team sheet. When they look at the team sheet, when they stack the deck, they're like, fuck, they're coming through the middle.
Well, I reckon they're going to play 7 games at the end of the season, and Xavier Willison and Haas are not going to respect anyone that they play. That's my point.
They don't respect it. But I'm with you too. I'm with those other couple of boys that can start.
Yep.
And Willison. But I think Willison's earned that starting spot. And I think that's what Matt
he has. He has.
Earn your starting spot. I'm not just going to give it to you because you're big and 6'5" and everything like that. You've got to do all the little things. He's been doing all those little things for 8 weeks through the Origin period.
Cool.
Now you deserve it.
Fair call.
Now let's deliver.
All right, let's deliver for us this week, Mace. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do a Levels podcast multi. There's 3 of us.
Yeah.
Let's get 3 try scorers. Lukey, you're the Parramatta super fan, and you're going with?
Joash Papali.
Oh, I like it. Josh Papali playing fullback out the back of Moe, don't worry. Mitchy's going to be thereabouts. Maybe he pops up through the middle. Maybe these big forwards that you're just frothing about at the moment. Mace, maybe they get a little bit fatigued through the middle and Joash can go through. What about your selection, mate?
Ben Hunt, I just think because of the speed of the ruck's going to be quite intense, right?
Yep.
Payne Haas, quick play the balls. Willison, quick play the balls. I think there might be a little bit of a spot there near the line where he just dummy goes over.
I like it. Little offload maybe.
Yep.
Duck and weave.
Yep.
Benny Hunt.
Just
all right, my player I'm going to be adding is Gemat Shibasaki. He's just been awesome this year.
God damn it.
The story. By the way, as I predicted a couple of weeks ago, I know Broncos fans getting in. Shibasaki, pay him what he like. He emerged at the Broncos. So he's signed till next year. He will hit the market November 1. Broncos. It looks like they're gonna. It's sad because he's got his second chance there, but they just got. Look at the lineup, mate.
Oh yeah.
Look at it. Walsh, Staggs, Mam, Reynolds, Willison, Haas, Piakura, Ricky,
Does he just go
Ben
down
Hunt,
the
Carrigan.
road? Does he just go down
what
the road?
money is left over?
Does he go down the road to the Redcliffe or Goldie?
I wouldn't be surprised if Perth don't come knocking because that's the year he's available.
Okay. Yeah, do that. Go
Perth
get paid.
can give him
Go
500,000.
Go get paid, kid. Or New Guinea.
Perth
They
can
get
give
more
him
money.
Well, Perth comes in first when he's off contract, so that makes more sense. Yeah, 500 grand for Gemat Shibasaki right now.
Easy.
Love it for him. All right, that's our multi. Oh yeah, that's our multi Gemat. Yeah. Let's move to Saturday. So Warriors versus Titans Saturday 3 p.m. That's our time. Ooh. It's 5 p.m. local time at Go Media Stadium. Chance Nickel-Klogstad, he returns from his knee injury, which sees Tane Tuapiki move to 18th man. That's the only change for the side that beat Newcastle. As for the Titans, just the one change as well. So skipper Tino Fasuamaleaui is out. He's replaced by Cleese Haas. We've got a new bench in Josh Paston. I think, that's a debut.
Why is Tino out? Is he injured?
He hurt his knee last week. I think he's got like a MCL potentially, not an ACL or anything like that. And David Fafita, actually, he's off the bench as well. So this is the starting lineup. So David Fafita, he's re-aggravated his ankle injury, and Lofiano Campera has been overlooked for this game. Desi coaching 500 games too, mate. What about that?
Oh,
huge milestone.
That's massive.
Yeah,
absolutely massive. What's the odds for this one, Luke?
Oh, the odds, I'm just going through it for every game. It's fine. Earlier in the season, everything's obviously much tighter. A lot of blowouts this week. Warriors Gold Coast, $1.29 for Warriors, $3.60 for the Gold Coast. The line is 11.5.
I find these are the hardest ones to really get a gauge on because, as we said before, everyone's playing for different reasons. So you don't know what the Titans are going to come up with. You know, we know what the Warriors are coming up with. They're playing for a top 4 spot. But this Warriors team's still on paper. Anyone can beat anyone.
You would have missed, because you missed all the footy. You would have been travelling and getting back from Vegas while the games. Titans were robbed last week.
Yeah, they're always nearly in there. They're a momentum team, and when they get on the front foot, they're hard to beat. But I just think they got away with it last week. The Warriors. I only saw shorts of that, and I just saw the end bit. And I went, oh, that's Newcastle. That's summed up for
What an escape.
Wow, I couldn't believe
this
that.
This is a real danger game for them.
Yeah, still is, but it's in New Zealand, and I just don't think they come near them over there.
Yep, I'm with you.
Yep.
Up the wires. All right, Panthers versus West Tigers. This is going to be an interesting game with all the ex-Panthers playing for West Tigers. It's back at CommBank Stadium too, so both these two teams, their home ground is CommBank Stadium, so they'll be used to playing each other there this year. Panthers, two pretty good names to return for them, Nathan Cleary and Isaiah Yeo. They got rested post-Origin last week. Liam Martin has been listed amongst the reserves. He's 50-50 with a wrist injury. Brian Toto, he's been named despite the knee hamstring concerns that he's had. And Isaac Tungle returns from suspension. That pushes Almotti out of the team. Snyder slides to the bench. Jack Cole makes way. As for the Tigers, they welcome in Isaac Thompson. He'll play his first game. He's been on fire in the New South Wales Cup. Charlie Staines makes way. And Api Korosia come off the bench from last week just for that second wave, Mace. He will start this week.
Yeah. This is when I think they're going to really put their foot down, Panthers. And the Tigers are going to cop it. I just think, the Tigers are in the same position as we talked about before.
Yeah.
What are they going to play with? They're not going to make the 8.
Nah, that's different. I reckon because they've had so many bad years that they've got so much to play for right now. Their fan base, there's hope at the moment with the signings.
Yeah,
I think it's different.
Panthers have got way more to play for. They want to make
the 8. For sure.
Yeah. They know they're in the 8.
Out of the bottom 4 or 5 teams.
They cannot drop any games. They really want to get some momentum.
My thing with the Tigers, with how
still got talent, man.
3 wooden spoons.
Yeah.
There's hope here with some of the signings, like the Fainu brothers, Jerome there, Taruva at fullback. They put Dewey at lock last week. He looked all right, Mace. He was sort of their link man. There is and apparently Panthers and the Dragons are both looking at Dewey, so this is a good look for the Panthers.
They're not playing that bad.
They're not, mate.
They're on 18 points, you know what I mean? Like they're ahead of Newcastle, they're ahead of the Cowboys. They're nowhere near, but like this is the Panthers.
Yep.
Any other game,
I'm on Panthers for sure.
Any other game, you'd be like, they're in with a chance because they're playing some good football.
Yeah. Do you have you said the odds yet?
No, I haven't.
I just think the Panthers they're just the Panthers at this time of the year.
Penrith favourites are $1.25. Tigers are $4. The line is 13.5.
Actually, I stuffed up before, so people would have been probably screaming out during the Storm preview. It's Panthers. So Panthers has got a nice draw in the next couple of weeks. I think they play Tigers, Titans, and one more team down the bottom, Knights, and then they go up against with 4 games to go, they'll have to go against the Bulldogs, Warriors, and Raiders.
See, what if the Bronx drop a game, right?
Storm's not that much better, to be fair.
Yeah.
They got Broncos, Panthers, Bulldogs, Roosters, Broncos.
Fuck, that is hectic. Cheese.
The Bronx drop a game, Panthers win, straight to 5th. Fuck, I don't see the Broncos dropping many games, but they're coming in.
All right, levels multi. We've got the runs on the board now. We've got through the Parramatta game. Now we're going to go to the Panthers versus the Tigers. 1 try score each. Lukey, kick us off.
I'm going with the Prince, Nathan Cleary.
We look good.
Nice.
You got rested last week. Scored a try the week before against our Parramatta Eels.
Off the bench too. Looking real smug.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think it'll be a try assist to my boy on the left, Casey McLean.
Ooh, Ayo McLean showing.
Yeah,
big
they
time.
are.
Casey, he's on fire at the moment. Got a couple of tries last week. With the West Tigers, they look to be
you're
going
going
left.
Tigers?
I'm going Tigers. They went. He actually saluted for me last week. Taylor May.
Yeah, nice.
Mayday, not
It's
Sunday.
Mayday.
It's not Saturday. It's Mayday. It's Mayday time. So Taylor May against his ex team. He knows them well. He would have gone against that right edge a number of times in scrimmage. Taylor May anytime.
luck,
So
Taylor.
Casey McLean, Nathan Cleary, and Taylor May. That's the Levels podcast multi for this game. All right, let's go to the Rabbitohs versus Sharks, Saturday, 7:35 p.m. at Polytech Stadium. That is apparently Gosford now, Central Coast. That's the new name of it. That threw me off.
How'd that
yesterday.
boy AJ go last week? Did he get a try?
He got a try.
Yes. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
He got a little scrap try in the last minute.
Doesn't matter. Does not matter.
But
Just
he
get him.
goes back to the wing, which is his preferred position. Mate, they are super banged up at the moment,
Oh,
the Rabbitohs.
wow.
Dry grey fullback, which sees Alex Johnston to the wing. Isaiah Tass move to the centres. Ewan Aiken to the back row. Lewis Dodd will get his first start at halfback. But Jamie Humphries is out, concussion. Keon Kolomatangi is also out for the season, ankle. Pina Malmazolis is out, concussion. Sean Cappy pushes to the bench. And we've got a debutant in Ashton Ward, and Ryan Gray will play his second or third game of the season. As for the Sharks, Jesse Ramian returns after he missed the game against the Roosters. But Britton Nikota, he is no good to go. So
sucks.
Montgomery Burns will come into the starting side, and Daniel Atkinson, he joins the bench.
They can't lose, Sharks. They can't. They're sit. They finally got back. They're in the 8 now. They just need to keep winning. That's it.
Yep.
What
I think it's
what do you
pretty-
think? I mean, it's South Sydney. They're so banged up. If they lose this, they do not deserve to be in the 8.
Agreed.
Come on, you know what I mean? Like you got them on their knees.
The bookies agree, Mace. $4.20 Outsiders Salsa, $1.23 Cronulla, and the line
Humongous
is
win of
13.5.
South get anywhere near these guys. Shark Park as well.
Geez, they've been brave this year.
Nah,
South,
Central
but-
Coast.
Is it Central Coast?
Yeah. Polytech.
Yeah.
Close enough to water.
Yeah,
Polytech.
neutral ground.
Yeah.
They can't
If
lose.
Sharks are legit,
It'll be a
If they
big one.
lose, this
Nico's
is
from
it.
the Central Coast, so it'll be a big one for him up there.
If they lose this, they just don't deserve to be in the 8. They've got to really put a score on South. Fuck.
I'm with you. Sharks
Yeah.
win. By the way, Blake Brayley, he was offered an extension. He's been unreal, mate. On the weekend he was really good against the Roosters,
Yeah.
and he's putting together a good little run.
Did he brush it?
I saw a couple
Did
of
he-
potties or a couple of pages putting him up for Perth Bears and stuff.
Perth Bears also, so he's going to go to November 1 by the sounds of it.
Right.
Someone threw him up, tossed him
Shit.
up for Manly.
So he obviously don't want to stay there. Or
Well, he's
just
gonna-
say this is not good enough.
He's just going to test the market. Apparently, they've
Good,
been
he's
offered
good.
around
He's a
650,
good player, man.
700. Yeah.
And I don't think they would even get past 500 with him.
Apparently 650, 700.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I thought they would have lowballed him because of the fact that they got like some big name players. Like you got Hines on 1 point something, Fanul Blake on 1 point something. But I suppose everyone else would be on fuck all considering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
All right.
middle tier contracts, I reckon a lot of the other players.
What he's trying to look for, right? Wouldn't be getting much than 700. Would you?
We'll see what the market says November
What
1.
do you reckon he'd be worth if he goes on the open market?
Yeah, what Scope said,
What do you
650.
reckon?
Yeah.
They just offered him 650, 700 then, didn't they?
No,
Yeah,
they
but
said
like
5.
if you're a new franchise like Perth and you can throw fucking 859 at him for over 3 years, that's what, an extra $600,000 with the length of the contract.
Yeah, I understand.
I think that's probably what he's going to have a look at. All right, let's go to Sunday, eh? Raiders versus Knights.
Good game.
They only lose Seb Chris, which sees Simi Sasangi move into the starting side at centre, and Noah Martin joins the bench. As for the Knights, just the one change. Jack Hetherington recorded to interchange which sees Thomas Kent move to 18th man. Brody Jones is listed amongst the reserves.
Sorry, I was just looking at the centre.
Simi Sasangi, yeah. He's been there, Mr. Fix-It. He goes out there whenever anyone goes down throughout the game.
Jeez.
He actually started in the centres for Newcastle about 3 or 4 years ago.
Right.
Canberra
all day.
Yeah. Canberra, too good. They were
Down
brave.
there too.
Knights was so brave.
Sunday,
mate.
2 p.m. I think it'd be one of those days where it'd be quite clear, but freezing cold.
Yeah. Knights
Good day to play football. It'll be a high level game because the Knights aren't playing that bad.
No, they were brave, mate. They were brave.
Yeah, very brave last week. So if you add Ponga into this team, that's a whole different game. I think Gags is playing good at fullback. They're going all right. Bradman Bess is still doing his things. Hastings is playing all right. Cogger's playing good. Yeah, it's a danger game for Canberra, but they just don't want to slip up. They want that number one spot. They want that home semi. Be hard to beat. Imagine they just go home semi, bang, prelim, boom.
Yep.
It's the easiest run in.
All right, let's get to the main game.
Yes.
We get the odds for that one for Canberra
Just
Newcastle.
wait. Let's build this up because we will be building this game up, Lukey. So,
I'm saying we didn't get odds out there for Canberra versus
sorry.
Newcastle.
The Raiders versus Knights. I got too excited.
The Canberra fans are
saying?
I got too
starving.
excited.
Starving for the odds. It's $1.20 at the best
Yep.
for Canberra. $4.50 for Newcastle.
$4.50.
The line is 14.5.
For that via upset?
They are expecting a touch-up.
They are expecting a touch-up.
Knights won't be. Nah, fuck that. Canberra's winning. Yeah. Main game. The main game.
What about this? What about
Levels
this?
Cup.
What timing? Just got.
Levels Cup's on.
This is the Levels Cup. This is the Buy Round Podcast Cup. This is the Hello Sports Cup. And we just got a text in the group chat from our man, Tom Birmingham of Hello Sports fame, in the Sweet Jam WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
Because we will be with those boys and we will be doing a live show before the Bulldogs Manly game, Mace. It kicks off at 2:15 p.m. You can find us at the Allianz Concourse near Gate 1. Tommy Simons, calm down.
Is he just
Tom Birmingham, calm down. I'm getting these texts come through on my phone.
Bing, 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 ding, ding, ding.
All right, so if you want to come see myself, Bulldogs legend and Clive Churchill winner Willie Mason, Bulldogs legend, 2 grand finals. Unfortunately, he didn't get it done, but still Bulldogs legend James Graham.
Yep.
And the 2 newest inductees to the Manly team photo this year.
Did they fucking get the photo?
They got in the photo. Eddie Simpson and Tom Birmingham of Hello Sports fame.
Great people. Great
Can't
people.
wait. It's going to be a 3 versus 2, Mace.
Mate, this is good. This will just be fun.
Manly, me, Tommy, Eddie against you and Jammer.
Any rosé?
I'm sure we'll find some.
Well, we're going to be going and watching the game together. I think the team at the Bulldogs are looking after us too, putting us a nice corporate bit of wining and dining.
Good.
Allianz.
Good.
So the game kicks off at 4 p.m, but you can come find us and the boys. We will be on stage from 2:15. That's Allianz Concourse, and that's near Gate 1. Okay. So come and see us.
Get there.
If you
Anyone can come through.
Anyone can come and roll through.
Ooh.
It'll be me, the big fella.
We might get 42,000.
Yeah, we'll get 42,000 there before the
Make sure you
game.
go and watch the game.
People might not even watch the game. They might just sit home after that. No,
Just have a
they'll
chat
definitely
to
come
us.
on. Bulldogs versus Eagles, Sunday 4:05 p.m. at Allianz Stadium. So for the Bulldogs, Bronson Sherry is back from a groin injury, which sees Anari Tuala slide to the wing. Jethro Rinakama makes way. Sam Hughes returns to the side, so Josh Curran reverts to the bench. And Satili Tupanua did his hammy again, Mason, his first game back. As for the Sea Eagles, I know.
Poor bugger.
I know. Hamoli Olakwatu is back just in time. He
Where's he
loves
been?
going.
Where's he been? Injured?
Popped the shoulder out, remember?
All right, yeah.
Dislocated shoulder. He's going to need that shoulder this week because he's going
sucks.
head to head with Diliami
Yeah,
Kikau.
they cancel each other out all the time. They might as well not even play.
Yep.
Like, because they just go at each other and it's just like, boom, stop. No one ever makes a line break. I think Olakwatu got him a year or two ago.
Last
Remember?
year on points because we won the game.
Yeah, he
but
got him.
Kicks was your best player.
Yeah, he got him.
Kicks was your best
And I
player.
think, you keep that in the memory bank and Kicks knows he's in a better side, and
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
He does. I think he knows that.
Mate.
I think he knows that. Yeah. I think deep down he knows that.
Corey Waddell slides to the bench, mate. Tommy Talau to 18th man. Jake Simpkin has been named to play despite failing to return.
It's be a good fucking game, man. This will be a good game.
Lukey, what are the odds before we get to our levels multi for this game?
Much tighter this game. $1.62 Bulldogs, $2.30 Manly, and the line with Tab is 3.5.
I think the way that we play, those high-speed grinds, what I'm talking about, will tire out people like Matthew Lodge, Shaz Tevanga, and Siwa Tamiaho.
No,
I just think so. If the possession, if it's like that, bang, 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 who do you think's going to come out on top?
Siwa Takiaho.
Matty Lodge.
Lodge is going to give you 20 of the best.
Chaz, I don't know if it goes in these high speed grinds for about 3 or 4 times of 7 minutes, like which they'll be planning on doing that, keeping the ball in play, the dog, so they can tire these guys out.
Awesome.
I know, I love it, and this is where they have to push Manly because they're sitting at fucking right on the edge there. They need to win this game.
I can't even do the Manly bet with him because he's actually played for Manly. So I can't give you the jersey doesn't make sense to do it for this game.
I love it. I just want this.
But I'm so confident.
I want this to be a great game. It's 30 years of fucking 95 grand final.
Shout out to 95.
They got the jerseys, both jerseys. They're all bought into this. Manly's bought into it because I know this has been going on for about a year because we wanted to play that at their game because they could have said nah. We don't want to do that. We don't want to play at Allianz. We want to play here and have a little bit of a whinge because it was 30 years ago and we lost.
Yeah.
But Manly's bought into it.
Awesome.
So I just think it's going to be a great game. So
Doggy's retro strip this week.
Retro strip, it's everything. And I think Manly's going to wear the old school.
Oh, are they?
I don't
think
really. I haven't seen it on their socials.
With the Pepsi one, remember Pepsi?
Nah, you would have seen that on the socials.
That looks cool. This reminds me of Cliffy Lyons and Beaver.
Mace, Lukey, I cannot wait for this game. This is going to be a finals game. Because I think if we are legit, you guys need to prove you're legit,
100%,
and we need to prove that we're a top 8 team. Fireworks.
We should be filthy and just bring up what the fuck happened last year.
Yeah. And
get rid of these guys.
We're running it back.
And go on. Get rid of these guys while we can.
We're running it back.
Don't want to get them in the semis.
We're running it back.
Ah, fuck you, Manly.
Levels multi, let's go.
All right, levels multi. You know how it works now, Mace. 1 try scorer each between me, you, and Lukey. It is the Bulldogs versus Seagulls. Last game of the round. Allianz Stadium. We're going to be there. We're going to be in attendance. Lukey, who is your selection?
I'm going with DCE, Daly Cherry Evans.
He's taking my guy.
Take his boy.
He's taking my boy.
I love it. His boy.
Best mates. It's his best mates.
That's all right. I like to have Ches in there. Now I got another option.
I got Bronson Cherry.
Ooh, Bronson Cherry.
That left foot, right palm. I think he's back on his same spot, so I like it.
All right. If Bronson Cherry's going to score on the left edge for the Bulldogs, I see your Bronson Cherry. And I raise you Tom Travojevic going straight back at him. Damn. Turbo is looking awesome at the moment.
Yeah, he does.
3 games out in the centres.
I didn't know he was going up against him.
He's moving around.
Can I swap? No,
let's go.
I'm backing you, Bronson. I'm backing you, Bronson.
Bang.
Let's go.
I can't wait for this game.
Best game of the round. Best game of the round.
Enjoy your footy over the weekend. We'll see you next Monday. Back to normal programming next Monday.
Let's go.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.